Hi, everybody. Mark Bertig on Renda Digital TV with Jake Slebodnick, who will be covering River Valley Panther football all season on Cat Country 106.3. It's time to reveal the results of our annual coaches poll held at Media Day at Winburn Stadium, which is behind us. And Jake, before we get to that, good to have you back in the mix. And you'll be on Cat Country. I see somehow you got a brand new Cat Country shirt. I didn't know we had that in the budget, but good to have you back, man.
It's good to be back, and I promise, Mark, I'll be back for more than just one game this year.
Okay, well, that's reassuring for me and my heart. We will have a lot of football coverage, Jake, across 4 stations, won't we?
Oh, yes, we will. We have a plethora of games on U92 scheduled throughout the year. As you said, Penns Manor featured in a lot of them. River Valley on Cat Country, Indiana High on WDAD, and, as you know, Homer Center on WCCS.
And we can't forget college football.
That's right. We got some IUP football on U92.5, and I believe Pitt football, too, on CCS, right?
That is correct. Hey, just real quick, before we reveal these results of our coaches poll, our good friend Jack Benedict knows a little bit about IUP football. 53 years, I think, of broadcasting. He came out with a book, didn't he?
Yes, he did. My Major League Life in broadcasting, that is.
And we have it on sale at the radio station.
$18 a book, a very good price for a very good book, available at the Renda Media Station along Philadelphia Street in Indiana.
And other places, and Jack, we figured, would give you a little love. Okay, let's get to it. All of the coaches were at Media Day, and they all voted, and somebody has to be at the bottom and somebody has to be at the top. So we'll start in the number 10 spot. We don't mean any difference to any of these teams because we've seen crazy things happen where a team picked 9th ends up 3rd or what have you. But 10th, what do the results tell us? This isn't my vote, Jake's vote. Actually, I think we could blame our digital manager, John Smathers. He actually executes the poll, but he does not have anything to do other than telling the results.
Coming in at the number 10 slot, Mark, is United Valley. The first year that United and Blacklick Valley will be merging. They are set to be picked last at number 10, but you never know, like you said, lots of surprises on the way.
Blacklick Valley is kind of a school near and dear to your heart, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. My sister just graduated from Blacklick Valley, Morgan. She's signed on to run track over at IUP, and my dad coached there, basketball, head coach of softball for a few years. There's a lot of Blacklick Valley roots for me.
Just real quickly, that's not going to be easy for Kevin Marabito to put those 2 schools together, different than River Valley that you'll cover where they're all in one building.
Yeah, that's not going to be easy at all because, if anything, Blacklick Valley students have to drive out to United for practice each day, and then Blacklick Valley students have to come out and play games over at United. I think there's only one game at Blacklick Valley, if that. So, yeah, it's going to be a little different than how Jess Hauser has it over at River Valley where he's got everybody in one building.
All right, let's get back to the poll. So United Valley 10, number 9.
The Marion Center Stingers. The coaches picked them for number 9.
All right, so I know the Stingers lost a lot in the number 8 spot.
In the number 8 spot is the Purchase Line Red Dragons. Matt Felisic has a lot more optimism this year. Obviously, the injury bug hit them hard last year. They started off very strong, so anything can happen with these Red Dragons.
He's a great coach. He retired, and now he unretired after somebody in between resigned their position abruptly. Number 7.
The Northern Cambria Colts come in at number 7. Sam Schutte, we were talking to him over on my side of things today, and he's very optimistic about how the team's going to bounce back this year. Only 2 seniors left this year. A lot of people moving up to that mentor role and leadership role. They're going to have themselves a solid unit.
Number 6.
Number 6, the West Shamokin Wolves. And number 6, good middle-of-the-road team. Definitely a strong contender. Can definitely surprise you day in and day out.
Yeah, when you have an athlete like Lou Schwartz leading the way. I know Bo graduated, but Lou's a pretty dynamic football player. Okay, number 5, we're in the middle.
At number 5, and we don't say this because his dad works for us, Max Hill and the Penns Manor Comets come in at number 5. They have been a very, in my opinion, very under the radar team over the past couple of years, so don't sleep on these Comets.
All right, now I see on your sheet there's a newcomer that makes the list.
That's right, cracking the top 5 at number 4, the Portage Mustangs. Marty Slanik, a really good coach. He has been for a while now. He and the Mustangs have overtaken the Westpac for years. Now they find themselves in the Heritage Conference, and they're very optimistic they can put on a show this year.
I think Portage is a great fit size-wise for the Heritage Conference, by the way. Okay, now we're down to the top 3, and I see that these 3 teams all received some first-place votes. Who did the coaches pick for 3rd place?
Well, it's a team that I like a lot. It's River Valley. They gained 1 first-place vote. They come in at number 3. You know, Coach Hauser just talking to me. He's very optimistic about his team, obviously losing the Bartolettis and a few other key players. But one thing I've noticed, they have the players that can sort of move up to their roles and fill the void. So there's nothing wrong with this River Valley team, and that just shows on paper.
Gino Bartolini, by the way, our Luxembourg players MVP, he graduated. But Angelo is back, and there's probably 5 or 6 other Bartolinis. There's a lot of Bartolinis, but they're going to be solid, no question about it. That leaves 2 teams, Cambria Heights and Homer Center. So what did the coaches say? What order?
Coming in at number 2 with 3 first-place votes, the Cambria Heights Highlanders. They finished first last year in the Heritage Conference, but losing a few players knocked them back a little bit. But they're still a very strong, cohesive unit. Don't sleep on the Highlanders. I think they're going to be one that a lot of people are going to want to watch.
And they're down from double A to single A, which surprised me a little bit, which could impact the District 6 playoffs. That leaves Homer Center as the coach's pick.
That's right. 6 first-place votes for the Wildcats. I'm sure you're happy about that. Homer Center is very happy about that, and why not? They have a really good team. They had a little bit of an off year last year, at least in my eyes. After Ben Schmidt departure in that class, but they still are a very strong team. I know you have followed them religiously. So, what should we expect for them?
Well, they did make it to the District 6 championship game last year. They finished 8-4. Bishop Guilfoyle, very powerful. They won't be in their way this year because they moved up to at least double A. Their line should be really, really special, led by Isaiah Bentz and some good skill people. They have a running back by the name of Landon Hill that is really filled out. He has good speed, and he's about 6'2", 222. So I think he's going to be a force if they can stay healthy. And it's small high school football, injury, 1 or 2 injuries can really make a big difference. River Valley learned that in a game against Homer Center when they lost Gino Bartolini. So I think Homer Center can be really strong, led by that line and some good skill people. But Cambria Heights, I agree with you too. Penns Manor picked 5th. I think they're going to finish higher.
See, that's the thing about this top 10 pool. 1 through 10. It doesn't matter where you're at. There's strong teams out there, and every year they only get stronger. No one gets weaker, even with departures. That's the best thing about Heritage Conference football. They get stronger, not weaker throughout the years.
You save that sheet of paper, and then on October 31st we'll look at it and see how smart these coaches are.
Can do. I'll lock that away in the vault.
All right. Jake Slebodnick. I am Mark Bertig from Media Day, Windber Stadium. The coaches poll. Always, many of our viewers look forward to that. Homer Center, the team to beat, according to the coaches, with Cambria Heights and River Valley right behind them. From Windber Stadium for Renda Digital TV, we look forward to bringing you a whole bunch of football on radio and video streaming during the 2022 season. I'm Mark Bertig reporting.